Waterworks. Don't hold me to that on my personal Facebook page. That's mine. Okay? If you don't like that, don't follow that. Don't respond to that. But as far as the Water Commission is concerned, now with that, the Waterworks currently does not have its own page. Okay? We don't, short of Lisa and Shelley and the school, which is still open to me, and Brian and I still communicate and we still talk despite, what's happened. We have put aside all of the other stuff and we're able to communicate because we respect each other's positions, whether you respect something that happened or not. We still respect each other, we respect each other's position, we respect each other's ability to put aside the other thing, okay? So the thought process, which is on the latter part of the agenda, is whether or not the Hill Waterworks wants to initiate a page that is for the purpose of communicating information. Hey, the power's out. Or we expect to have, we're gonna do
A breakage or...
we're gonna do, because if we put it on the Hill, if we put it on the Hill Agora page, and we put it on the, if we put it on the I'm a Hillbilly from Hill page, and something is responded to or something like that, once we've put the information out there, we no longer have any control over what else is being said. What else others are saying that is stirring up all of this emotion, including mine. So the thought process is to develop a Hill Waterworks Facebook information page that we can put posts out, and we can post without comment and stuff like that. And so it's just for the purpose of getting out information. Okay, we'll think about that because we still haven't decided who, if at all, who's going to write that stuff.
So are you publicly going to apologize for Sean Bresnahan for your assault on him for the last year and a half?
No, I'm not.
Because you actually did admit that you cost the town, you accused Sean of costing the town money for legal fees when in essence, he is entitled to represent.
Stick to the water department because you're getting way out of things you don't know anything about.
You were commenting about...
You are getting way out of things you don't know anything about.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Well, because you've heard it from Shelley and Lisa doesn't mean you know anything about it.
Guys,
You're reacting again. I don't know.
I will attempt,
I'm just saying.
keep this
Trust me,
water.
I'm
Water.
saving the town of Hill money
Water.
with that.
Stay in the water.
Well, to conclude my fun, here's my 91A. I would like copies of all the warrants that you folks have presented to the town from April of '23 when you took over the water department.
April? What was the
I
one that
believe it
got
was
screwed up?
April
Was
23.
December?
Okay, so
December will be interesting.
as interesting as
As
this,
a member, I am entitled.
as interesting as this might appear, Joanne, you're not entitled to this information.
Says who?
91A says you're not entitled to that information.
I'm not entitled as a water department
That's
member?
correct. You're not
to know-
entitled to personal financial information of people being billed, what their usage is, what their
Oh, I don't
amount.
have to, that's already public knowledge. I'm asking for,
The Water Commission can parse this. I'm not answering to this right now. What I'm telling you is, first of all, we're probably not even in a position to be able to provide you the stuff that you're asking for 2023.
We don't have the records.
it's
not us.
April of '23.
We don't have the records.
First of all, I wasn't even appointed until May 2nd of 2023, so
Okay,
in
let me
April.
scratch that off and put May. My
You can't do May, we don't have the records.
You.
We do not physically have them. They were denied us. We asked for them. They've never been
You're not
delivered to
listening.
us.
I want,
Secondly, you're asking the wrong people, okay?
okay.
You're asking the wrong
I'll go to the town and ask for the warrants. Because this is my question.
What do you want? Do you want treasurer's warrants or do you want billing warrants?
No, I want treasurer's warrant.
Okay, well then you have to ask the treasurer.
Okay. I understood that I had to ask the water department for copies of their warrants.
Not once they've been
Treasurer.
issued to the treasurer.
Treasurer.
Once they've been issued to the treasurer, you
Well,
can
my
ask the
question
treasurer
is
for it.
this, so the times that you claim the meters weren't read, they were flat.
Well, okay, what does this have to do with the treasurer?
Because I want to know, sir, because I'm concerned that you are you're the meter reader, you're the biller. I don't know what title your wife has, but she's employed, your son and.
Whoa, whoa,
and you are the-
Again, Joanne,
Okay. what's
don't
the
make
update?
accusations
What's
you
the
don't
update?
know.
What is the update? Because
What-
I have read that in the minutes, and I have it noted, that Alaya is your wife's name? She was mentioned as an assistant to the executive, or the
What,
executive assistant,
you'll have to provide that information because,
around the car.
have at it. Go get
Okay.
it. We'll take a break
All
for you.
right, so
Go ahead.
there was never any conversation about your wife being involved in, all right. Is your son employed as a meter reader?
No.
Okay, so that makes you, sir, the meter reader, you're the biller,
How is any of this mishandling of my duties?
because I happened to come up here.
No, Joanne, what you're getting at is you're questioning what I'm being paid for by the water department.
And
Isn't that
when-
what you're
all right,
questioning?
My question
So why
is,
don't you just ask that question?
When you do not read the meters, and for whatever reason, do you
They're always
bill
read.
the water department for,
They're always red. They're red on a schedule.
Okay, so not
Is it-
all meters are red. Okay, so to Stephen's point,
I
We
didn't hear
read-
what he said.
They're red on a schedule.
They're always read on schedule?
They're red on a schedule.
Okay.
Now, I'll let him enlighten you about some of the status of the meters, because we inherited a mess. It's a mess.
I just want you to put this in the back of your mind, cost prohibitive. Okay? Some meter repairs are cost prohibitive to the water department. If it's gonna cost us $1,000 to make back 40 or 50 bucks in the year, it's cost prohibitive for us to do that right now.
It's your money, do you want us to do
It's
that?
cross prohibited.
Cost prohibitive.
Cost prohibited. All right,
To spend $1,000 to fix a broken meter, to make 40.
So
for the
some of
year.
the radio meters are currently in pockets in the ground, okay? And if somebody is on a flat rate billing, all right, and their meter is no longer working, the regulations say that if we have an annual usage of that meter, then we can calculate what the estimated is based upon the annual usage, okay? So, take for example, there's a resident on Addison Road that didn't want to have their meter read. And so opposed to getting into a big argument over it, we didn't read the meter.
but you did get in a big argument.
No, really didn't. Didn't get into a big argument at all. Didn't read the
It's a
meter.
different conversation. Let's get back to the meter reading here. The estimated usage
So we have a
was from the
person
previous reading.
opposite the person that you might be talking about, okay? The person opposite the person you might be talking about, their meter doesn't work.
Right, a lot of people in that family.
Okay, their meter doesn't work. They have received an estimate. 75 New Chester Road, meter doesn't work. But they have accepted the fact that they have received an estimate of usage based upon what others in the area use.
Were you talking about Addison Road, the person
Yeah?
that needed that?
So they have begun to pay the estimated usage.
From the data that I know, off the top of my head, just to give you an idea. $58 flat rate. Flat rate is just, you
Yeah.
got water, okay?
Yep.
Average usage from the data we now have, after the time we have been able to collect the data and get it, okay? It's ours. We
But that
know what it
particular
is.
residence hasn't worked in a long time.
I understand that, but we didn't run it then. And I don't know how long it didn't work before that. I don't know why it don't work, but it's cost prohibitive to fix it. What I'm getting at is average usage, even if you did have an operable meter, okay?
It's not gonna exceed,
$12 to $15.
it's not gonna exceed.
So you got
You have
58
4 or
no-
5,000
no
gallons a
meters.
month.
You have no extra meters whatsoever.
That's not the point.
It's the,
That's not the point.
there's
Why
more.
wouldn't you utilize what meters you have
It's
sitting
just-
around?
Okay, again, it's cost prohibitive.
There's
Who is
more-
responsible for paying to have their meter fixed?
There's more logistics. Who pays the
When
plumber
the
to go
water
put in,
department
shut
put a
the
meter
water
on
off?
somebody's house that is currently working and the meter is no longer working, the regulations say that that person then becomes responsible for the maintenance and and upkeep of that meter once it's installed.
When did that change?
We're responsible
changed.
from the curb stop. The curb stop to your house is you.
Inside the foundation of the house, the waterworks has no responsibility.
We're the curb stop.
Even your meter that you put in, that
Correct.
maybe I didn't want.
We didn't impart that. I get what you're saying, but.
No, the waterworks incurred the cost of installing the meters. And once
Years
the
ago.
cost, once the cost was incurred to install a functioning meter, if the meter no longer works, okay, inside the foundation, state law says that the waterworks, the utilities department cannot go in to your house, firstly, without permission, but secondly, without offering either that we have a licensed plumber go to your house, provide you with a contract, and the contract
Pre-signed.